Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's very exciting because it's Brick Haul o'clock with a long anticipated package from Lego Bricks and Pieces. Right, so as many of you will know, Lego Bricks and Pieces closed down for obvious reasons recently, and I was just about to make an order when they did close down, which was quite annoying and quite worrying because I didn't know when they'd reopen. So I've actually made two. One was to get all the remaining bits that I needed from the releases at the beginning of 2020. And the second one, which is actually this one, is all the really new pieces from the brand new releases. So I'm more excited about those. So I'm going to start with this package here. So, get this open with my knife. And we've got two large bags. Now, I can deal with the first one very quickly and easily. Can you see what it is? Yep, it's absolutely loads, 200 to be exact, 2x4 tiles in light bluish grey. And these are obviously for all my pavements and sidewalks. So, yeah, I needed these for a long time and I've had to sort of stop doing paving for a while because I was so short of these. I have received already some 2x2s and some other sort of odder shaped ones and smaller ones and so on. So these are the ones that I really need in order to make some serious forward progress. So we'll be able to finish the tiling outside the train station where the bus stop is and so on. And we'll also be able to do in front of the Lego hospital when we've done that, when we finished it and decided where it's going, and a few other areas. So much needed there. And then this is all the brand new pieces, expensive things and interesting new things. Oh wow, I can see I can see a really good one already. Before I tip these out, check that out. I didn't realize it was that big. That is brilliant. Ooh. A wonderful bag of lovely stuff that's all trying to roll away. Now I'm never going to remember which head and which legs and which body go together, so I think we have to do this haul in two sections. One just looking at the pieces, and then two after I've kind of pieced together what goes with what. But let's start with the really big things. These obvious, lovely new fish pieces from the Ocean Exploration line. And this one is an anglerfish, and that's from the set 60264, the Ocean Exploration Submarine. And this is kind of a really deep sea fish, where the light levels are very low, and it would have a kind of bioluminescence kind of lure on a bit of its body that sort of hangs at the front, and a little fish would come up to that thinking it was food, and then this fish would eat the little fish. So that's good fun. It's very different. So it's dual molded, and I think this glows in the dark. So the best way of checking that is with my newish UV light. Oh, we can see it does. Let me just make that a bit more broad. Yeah, so even in the light, you can see how that's going to glow in the dark. Wonderfully. And what I'm planning to do when I do my deep sea area, which will be underneath the harbour, is actually maybe get some hardwired UV lights. Hopefully you can get them in sort of LED form. And then the whole area can be lit up just very gently like this with UV light. And it will show off all of the glow-in-the-dark pieces, of which there's quite a few. And I tend to get a few more where I haven't got them. And even light up some trans neon pieces. They are actually neon sort of glowing as well. So, yeah. Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. So I should be able to have that in a cave or something like that and have it very visible by nature of its glowingness. So, I mean, the whole order's already a massive success just because of this piece, but as if that wasn't good enough already, I've got one of the new Stingray pieces, and wow, that is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, it hasn't been scratched in transit because they do just dump all the pieces into well, one bag, as you saw. So it's this dark tan colour, and it's got these lovely little spots in what looks like probably medium blue, I would guess. He's got little eyes there, a couple of studs on the back. He just looks fantastic. Now, I only got one. I may have to get more because it's going to be quite a big underwater scene. I mean, my harbour is actually 4 base plates wide and 5 deep. So technically there's that whole same area on the floor underneath. So yeah, I could easily take more than one, but I thought, don't be greedy, just get one, and you can always get some more later. But it's not a bad deal. I think it was about £1.80 or £1.60 or something like that. And it's quite a big piece. It's not small. Some of the older Stingray pieces are about the same size, but they're black and very sort of, well, they're a good shape, but they're very featureless in terms of sort of colour or decoration. Yeah, so he looks great. So you want a couple sort of hiding in the sand and then maybe one sort of scuttling around a bit higher up. Then the third new sea creature, let's get this head on the right way around, there we go, is the hammerhead shark. So it uses the normal shark body piece, but this wonderful new hammerhead head with the eyes on the ends, which is how they have it. And these animals are really fantastic. They usually go around in large sort of groups, so you could get absolutely loads of these. And their kind of head is a bit of a mystery. I know they've got a lot of sort of sensory organs in there, so they might use it for navigation or hunting or all sorts. I don't really know all the details. I'm sure some of you do. But it's definitely worth a Wikipedia if you're interested in that sort of thing. And it's a really nice colour, actually, as opposed to being dark bluish grey or light bluish grey or white even. Some sharks and things are. This one's this lovely sand blue colour, and it really suits it. So I might get more of these as well. These are more expensive. I think they're about £2.50, £3 or something like that. But it's worth it, isn't it? So you can get these in a couple of the ocean exploration sets. The Ray comes in a poly bag, but also the 60265 base, as does the hammerhead, and they both also appear. Oh no, hold on. I think the Ray. Well, some of them appear in the big ocean ship as well. And that set's actually got the fourth new animal or fish, and that's the really big new great white shark. Now, that's quite good. It wasn't available on Bricks and Pieces when I did this order, and it's not available, I just checked today as well, it's not available then. So it might be that it's sold out, or it might be that it becomes available. Sometimes they do, because they're using all the production for the actual sets. So it might become available later. It'll probably be quite expensive, at least £10 I'd have thought. But it might not. So in which case you'll only be able to get it on the secondary market, like something like eBay. And I may get one. I do like its colouring. It's sort of got a white tummy and things like that. But the thing is, its teeth are grey. And I'm not too sure about that. And there's an older version of that large shark, which came in only a couple of sets. One of the Agents ones. And what was the other one? Can't remember right now. But that shark's very similar, and it's got quite an evil eye on it as well. So I may well just get that one instead. But it's good to have a really big shark in your underwater scene, isn't it? You want to have as many different sharks and different fish as possible. Right, so where to start with this? These are leaping out. Now, these are actually part of the recent junior set. Not that they really call them junior set anymore, but it's the Central Airport set 60261. And obviously these are departures and arrivals boards for an airport. HLC being Heart Lake City, NCI, you can probably tell me, NBR, BRK, NBB. Nope, no clues for those, but anyway. And I got two, so I could use them in two different locations in my airport when I do it. Probably near the gates or something like that, or maybe just near the entrance, I don't know. But anyway, I'm sure I can use them. They're really nice tiles, nice colours. Orange, it'll sort of go with my tram system, so I like those. Let's do things that aren't minifigures. Here's a nice tile from one of the Chinese New Year, well, not New Year, just Chinese sets. And it's this lovely dragon with decoration all around. And I've got no idea what I'm going to use that for. And that's why I only got one, because if I do use it for decor, it will probably need to have a body or two. But I'm not planning to do a Chinese district or anything like that, or a Chinese market or anything, or even a Chinatown. And that's just because it's quite a done thing, and virtually every Lego city has one, and I don't want to follow what everyone else has done. I want to do my own thing. And real life Nottingham doesn't have a Chinatown, so I'm not going to do one either. I've already got my floating Chinese restaurant on the Destiny's Bounty in my marina. So I think that's a good enough contribution with that in mind. Another thing from that airport set is this little sign. I thought this could probably not be used for the airport sign itself, but maybe for like a ticket booth or something like that. Maybe it's one particular airline's logo or something like that. And here's another one that's really good fun for the X-ray machine, with obviously the X-ray of a bag with toothbrush, some sunglasses, and a teddy bear inside. So that's really good. And that's the good thing, I think, about these juniors or 4+ sets, as they're now called, is that because they don't want younger kids to be messing around with stickers, they do a lot more printed pieces. And that means that they will be available on Lego Bricks and Pieces, because you can't get stickers sheets or stickered pieces, therefore, by that service. Okay. So we've got a couple of odd pieces, things like this, and these are actually pieces I needed for my massive giant squid that I'll be doing. So there's a few of those. I won't try and hook them all out, it'll take too long. And the rest is minifigure pieces. So let's see what I can piece together. Yep, these two go together. A lot of these are from the new Monkie Kid line. And I'm probably going to have to ask for your help on this, because things like this, which is going to be Princess Iron Fan, if I can find all her pieces, there'll be a head. Oh, there we go. That was a lucky find. A head with the headdress on. Because, oh yeah, let's have that head. That's looking a bit better, isn't it? Like, where am I going to use this? You see, arguably, I shouldn't have bought pieces like this to make here we go. To make wonderful minifigures like that. Not because they're not awesome. It's clearly awesome. But where am I going to use that in Brick Nottingham? So that's where I'm going to need your help. I'm going to put odd minifigures that need help to one side, I think, and then we can go through them at the end. Another really obvious one is Pigsy. Now, Pigsy could obviously be part of an advert or something like that. Let's see, there should be some dark brown medium trousers somewhere. I can't see them. Nope. There's another Pigsy there. Now, this one's even better. This one's got a great logo on the back. So in this set, he's actually got a noodle shop, which he's running. So he needs his chef hat. There we go, for both of them. So maybe I could have 2 adverts or 2 pigs on one advert or something like that to advertise a noodle shack. But yeah, I don't really want them walking around Brick Nottingham, because I don't know how realistic that would be. But yeah, so those are definitely 2 for the side of things that I have no idea for. There's a couple of interesting tiles as well from the Monkie Kid line. Guys, is it going to focus on that? There we go. It's very difficult because it's trans 1x2 tile. And it's got that same pig holding some noodles logo and some Chinese characters. So I got 2 of those. There we go, to use somewhere. Then we've got the female character from that. It's got this lovely jacket with the sort of horses on, and on the back with this sort of dragon's head. Lovely colours that, so that can easily get used. Probably not going to be able to find her head. That could be it, I don't know. Put it on for now. And then what did she have for legs? Not entirely sure either, so there's a partial one. Then we've got Monkie Kid himself. So I've got 2 legs for that, because there's 2 variants. There's one with a lovely orange torso. Chinese character on the front again, and this lovely Monkie Kid jacket. So I can use that, no problem. Then he came with some headphones around the neck. And that's a really good new piece in this lovely teal colour. Now I'm looking for a head with a headband. Can anyone see it? That could be it. No, that's somebody else. I think that's one of them. That might be it. He's got sort of red face paint around his eyes. Also a more stern look on the back. And then he'll need sort of bandana. So that's great. Really like him. He's easy to use. There's the hair for the female character called Mai, is it? M-E-I, anyway. Mai. So that's her. What else have we got from there? Ah, there's the other torso from the Monkie Kid himself. This is his work outfit because he works at that noodle shack, so he's got the same torso back. So maybe I can use this torso and this one with a change of the pink hands. Oh no, he's got pink at the neck, hasn't he? Oh, or maybe somebody dresses up as a pig. This is why I need ideas. I need ideas, guys. Here's another Monkie Kid tile. Now, I don't know what this is. I think it might be a food item. It's kind of a heart-shaped tile, and it's this light pink with some white bits on and a pair of leaves. I thought I'd get one to see what it was like. It's quite nice, but I have no idea what it's supposed to be. So do help me with that as well. Now, another sort of line of things that I did need a lot of parts from was the second wave of the hidden side. So one of the characters in that I can see some parts from already, and he was the character called Vaughn Geist, and he's got this torso. He's sort of dressed in a kind of old style with a watch chain across the front and so on, and he's got his belt with his weapons on and so on. Then he's got this sort of scarf piece which goes like that, and I think the story goes that he isn't actually a ghost himself. So he's got a transparent head, and it's kind of this what is it, purple, I suppose. He's got a good moustache as well. So maybe I'll be able to add him to my Ghost Hunter crew, because I am going to have a subway station, as I've shown in the last video I did, in that second standing hole, and that is going to need to be populated by a shed load of ghosts. And when we've got all those ghosts in there, we'll need people to defend the public. So then we've got a brown bowler hat, which probably looks like that. And then I think these are probably the right trousers. There we go. So that's him. So I think I've got a use for him, so he's looking good. I couldn't resist a second bulldog from the tuning workshop 60258. I've already got one of these, but I think this is my favourite dog, a bulldog, and in this colouring as well, which is usually called red in dog terms, even though it's this sort of browny colour. So I'm very happy to have him. Ooh, do you think that's shoulder pads for her? I think it might be. Let's sort this out. I shouldn't build all these in a sort of fit of discovery with you, because otherwise it's going to take far too long. We'll end up with a brick haul video that's about 40 minutes. So what I suggest I probably do is cut here and piece all of these into their correct combinations, which can change, of course. But when I've done all that, I'll be able to discuss them a bit more easily. So let's do that. All right, so I've had a little build and a little sort, and I've got everything where it needs to be to explain what it is. So the problem being that I've got lots of parts of minifigures. Usually when just one element was new, I only bought the new element because I can combine it with heads and so on that I've already got. So that's why it's so hard to work out what came with what when it's all in a big heap. But here goes. So we've got the baddie lady without her staff, which comes with a sort of plastic piece, and she's called Princess Iron Fan. So she's from the Monkie Kid range. And I also got two of the heads of Red Sun, which is the other baddie guy, just so I can use the wonderful grin there and the little spectacles on the nose. And then I've got both versions of Pigsy. So those are ones I need a helping hand with, deciding what to do. And I've already constructed the elements that I bought here as well of his, well, sausage firing gun, is it? I don't really know. I don't watch any of the cartoons or anything. But it's based on this sort of pitchfork piece in red, which they actually call a rake in the description. Ooh, just catapulted it there. So I don't think it's really a rake, is it? But maybe it is in that setting. I don't really know. Oh, sometimes these new hands are quite stiff. There we go. So he's got his sort of range finder on one side, and it's loaded with sausages. And then obviously bits of pork get spat out of there at lightning speed, presumably. But anyway, it's so silly. I had to go ahead and buy that. So yeah, tell me what I should do with that in Brick Nottingham. And he's got medium sized legs as well, which is nice. So I'll be able to use those somewhere, even if I don't use them on him. And they've got nice little pockets on. So I'll put him in my suggestions area. And there's a more normal chef one that will definitely be more fitting for an advert for a noodle shop or something. We looked at the tiles. Then we've got all the new pieces that I could find anyway from the recent airport set, which is the 60262 passenger airplane. I didn't want that plane. Well, I kind of do, but I've already got about 4 large planes and I've hung only one so far from my ceiling. I'm just not going to have room for them all. So this is the same head, but both sides. So we've got a sort of freckled smile and a sort of glasses or sunglasses with a sort of purple hue, and this nice hairstyle with it going down asymmetrically in black. This lovely sort of bunches hairpiece in blue with a nice sort of cheery face there, and a smiling face as well there, which is the other side of that one. So got 2 each of those. While we're there, I've got the same hairpiece in dark orange, which was Bo Peep's hair in the Toy Story one, Bo Peep's Adventure or something like that. So there we go, that's all of those. A few pieces I already got in a past haul for the Chinese market sets and so on, but I just wanted a second version of a couple of them, just because my city's big enough to be able to have things repeating at least once. And then I made the final decision not to buy the Tuning Workshop set 60258. So I've had to buy a couple of the pieces that obviously I won't be getting as a result. So this is a character called Tread Octane. What a fantastic name. But he's rocking a bit of a Grease Megamix type vibe with those glasses and that hair and this jacket, which has also got, there we go, kind of a T-bird on the back, Thunderbird. And that was that their logo, I think, in Greece? Anyway, he's definitely rocking that vibe. You could almost get that jacket and that hairpiece 3 more times and different faces and have his buddies all doing the same thing. Grease lightning and all that. And then the lady in this one had this lovely graphical equalizer type t-shirt underneath the green jacket, just with a hoodie. And there was another head, and that was the sort of sleazy car salesman type character as well. So I just wanted one of those. And that set also had these 2 wonderful masks for welding, one with electric bolts on and one's with flames. So again, I don't know where I'm going to use those, but I mean, they should be easy to put anywhere where I've got some sort of workshop or a welding torch, like my cargo area or something like that. So that's not so much a problem. Then this little pile here is for the ocean exploration sets. So there's a few interesting torsos. That one with all the sort of straps on, which would be somebody, I don't know, in a helicopter or on a winch or somewhere up high. But the thing I like about it, it's got no logos on, so I can use that absolutely anywhere. Ditto this one with some nice pocketed trousers, and then this cross the body kind of knapsack, backpack type thing. So I like that a lot, so I got 2 of those. And then the captain's jacket I like. It's just got a very subtle anchor on the top pocket there, but it's sort of a dark blue, sort of thick jumper type look to it. So I've got 2 of those torsos. And then 2 torsos of this dark red sweatshirt, which again doesn't have any logos on, so it can be used absolutely anywhere. So that's great variety. I'm really glad to see a lot of new city torsos, because we just don't get enough. They tend to use the same ones all the time, which is why I have to get extra ones wherever I can of ones I don't have many of. So this little pile here is for my giant squid. This little pile is some of the more odd-shaped tiles for my sidewalks and things. I do use these angled ones on the corners, which just makes it a bit less blocky when it goes round a bend. We looked at Vaughn Geist before, and he looks rather smashing, but I've given him his crossbow now, which is obviously some sort of magic crossbow that can hit ghosts, otherwise it'll just go right through them. This was a character in the JB Submarine set. Oh no, hold on, no, it's the Newbury prison set, 70435, and this character's called Rami. And the kind of warden in that set, I didn't really want his torso because it's kind of policey, but I did like his legs with these keys on a sort of chain there. and his grumpy face, which reminds me a bit of the janitor in one of the series minifigures. And there's his same face in ghost form, which I'll be using to haunt my subway system when we get there. But then going to the JB submarine set, 70433, this was the wetsuit that the Parker character was wearing. So I just like that. I'll be able to use that in my ocean scene. It's just got an anchor on and a couple of other things. Yeah. And a sort of, what is that? Shark logo in the middle. So that's quite cool. That's another just random hidden side head that I like. And there's one of the newer phones. I think there's about 5 different phones now. I think I've got 4 of them. I must have forgotten to get one, so I'll make sure that's on my list for the future. And also part of that set was this. The only bits I needed really from the Statue of Evil, which was the little statue in the JB Submarine set. And it's kind of got ghost eyes on one side. I probably won't use that, but I can use this as a statue, can't I? So it clearly looks like it's made of stone. And I like having statues around Brick Nottingham. Already got a few, but it's always good to get these pieces that have got a bit more detail on. Then the Monkie Kid. So we went through Mai, if that's how you pronounce it, and I got an extra set of her hair with these lovely green sort of tips on the fringe bits, or the bangs, if you're American. And then there's 3 different types of Monkie Kid. So we looked at that one. That one's with the sort of more surprised face and the clear sort of bandana without the sort of logo on it. Got another sort of chunder head, because they're always useful. And then I got another one of these torsos in case I wanted them to be staff at the same sort of noodle restaurant. So these 2 would be the staff, and then he would be the advert, or maybe even the 3D sign, you never know. And then the other heads from that range that I didn't have were this gritted teeth one, and this kind of, I don't know, singing in your own head one. So they're quite good. And there's the other side of those. Yes, I love these headphone pieces. So that is my foray into Monkie Kid. So that brings us to everything, I think. That's all done. So to recap, wonderful, wonderful sea creatures. I mean, I just can't get enough of these. They are absolutely fantastic. Some of the best things Lego's done for a long time, I must say. They just look absolutely perfect, done in conjunction with National Geographic. So hopefully they're raising some money as well. Lots of missing hidden side things, Monkie Kid things, city things, more city things, and some real problems that I need suggestions for from you. Fantastic! So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be doing part 2 of our city hospital build. So look forward to that. And in the meantime, do remember to send me your suggestions for Princess Ironfan and the second Pigsy character with his weird sausage gun. See you next time!